Listen closely, because what I'm about to share with you reveals something most people never truly understand. Attraction. Real attraction. The kind that goes deeper than looks, deeper than charm, deeper than anything you can force or fake. When a woman is genuinely drawn to you, her mind, her emotions, and her unconscious behaviors begin to sync in ways she herself may not even notice. And if you know how to read these signs, you'll understand her feelings long before she ever puts them into words. So, take a slow breath, settle in, and let me guide you through a psychological perspective that most men never get to hear. Because today, we're exploring 5 powerful signs that a woman is deeply, quietly, emotionally attracted to you. Not surface-level interest, not momentary curiosity, but the type of attraction that pulls her closer without her realizing why. And as we move through these moments together, I want you to listen not just with your ears, but with your intuition, because the human heart sends signals long before the lips ever speak. It usually begins subtly, in the little things, in the moments when she's not performing, not pretending, not trying to impress anyone, just reacting naturally to you. And the first sign appears in her body language, that quiet language we all speak even when we don't mean to. When a woman feels drawn to someone, her body gently leans toward that person, as if her mind is curious, but her instincts are already convinced. She might angle her shoulders in your direction, or mirror your movements without realizing it, or let her guard soften around you in a way it doesn't with others. Sometimes it's as subtle as the way she tucks her hair behind her ear while listening, or the way her eyes follow your gestures, or the way her smile appears just a little faster when it's you speaking. These aren't dramatic gestures, they're quiet, organic, unguarded. A woman's body reveals what her lips are not ready to confess. And when she allows herself to relax in your presence, when her posture opens instead of closing, when she leans closer as if pulled by an invisible thread, it's because she feels something she trusts. Pause for a moment and think about that, because trust is never an accident. It grows from safety, comfort, and emotional resonance. And when a woman feels that with you, her entire presence softens. The second sign reveals itself in her face, particularly in the warmth that rises when someone she finds meaningful is nearby. Psychologists call it emotional coloring. It's the way feelings ripple through the body even when we try to stay composed. When she sees you or hears your voice, and her expression changes instantly. Maybe her face brightens. Maybe her cheeks warm. Maybe she struggles to hide a smile that comes too quickly. She is experiencing a rush of emotional energy. This reaction is not about appearance or perfection. It's about the meaning she subconsciously assigns to you. Most people think attraction is loud, but often it shows up in the softness of a moment. A slight glow in her expression, a brightness in her eyes, a gentle shift in her calmness. You're not just someone in the room anymore. You're someone her mind is actively responding to, and that speaks volumes. The third sign appears in the rhythm of her breathing and speech. 2 things we rarely control consciously. When a woman feels deeply connected to someone, her emotional state shifts before her thoughts catch up. Her breath may slow or deepen, or become just a little unsteady, as if she's trying to manage an internal reaction she doesn't want to reveal. Her voice might soften when she talks to you, or she might take an extra second before responding, as though she wants her words to land carefully. Sometimes she laughs more easily around you, or her sentences lose their usual structure because her emotions are speaking faster than her mind can organize. Attraction disrupts patterns. It bends the edges of logic. It makes her unusually present, or beautifully nervous, not because she's intimidated, but because the connection matters enough for her body to feel it. Pause, and let that sink in. The body always knows before the mind understands. The fourth sign reveals itself in her eyes, the most honest storytellers we have. There is something unmistakable in the way a woman looks at a man she feels drawn to. Her gaze lingers a second longer, holds a little deeper, wanders back to you even when there's no reason to look your way. It's not about staring, it's about focus, attention, presence. When she listens to you, her eyes stay anchored, not because she's trying to be polite, but because she's genuinely absorbed. And when she glances away, she often returns faster than she intended, as if something inside her wants to stay connected even when she fears it might reveal too much. Eyes betray emotion. They always have. They always will. A woman may speak carefully with her words, but her eyes speak freely. And if her gaze softens around you, if it glows with curiosity, comfort, or quiet admiration, that is not coincidence. That is connection. And then comes the fifth sign, the one most people never recognize, because it lives in how she responds to your presence. When a woman is deeply attracted to someone, her sensitivity to emotional and social cues becomes heightened. She notices the small things, the way you say her name, the emotion behind your jokes, the tone of your voice when you're tired, the meaning behind your silence. She reacts more strongly to compliments from you because they hold emotional weight. She becomes more attuned to your feelings because your inner world matters to her. She becomes more careful with your emotions because she respects the impact you have on her own. Her sensitivity is not weakness, it is emotional engagement, a sign that she sees you as someone significant, someone whose presence changes the energy inside her. And the truth is, women rarely allow themselves to feel this way unless the connection is genuine. Her reactions deepen, her awareness sharpens, her emotions become more present, not because she's trying to impress you, but because you have stepped into a place in her heart where her guard cannot stay up. That is the quiet power of real attraction. And now, take a slow breath with me, because when you understand these signs, you understand far more than attraction. You understand connection. You understand human emotion. You understand the unspoken language of the heart, a language most people rush past without ever learning to appreciate. A woman's true feelings are never in grand declarations. They are in her subtle responses, her small hesitations, her soft smiles, her willingness to let her guard fall just enough for you to see who she really is. And here's the most beautiful part: attraction built on respect, on emotional safety, on inner resonance, is the kind of attraction that lasts. It grows slowly, beautifully, genuinely. So when you notice these signs, don't rush, don't pressure, don't assume. Just be present, be grounded, be sincere, because deep attraction is not something you chase or force or demand. It's something that grows naturally when two people feel seen, heard, and safe with each other. So remember this: every time you catch her leaning a little closer, or smiling a little brighter, or looking at you as though she's trying to understand the story behind your eyes, you're witnessing something rare, something human, something beautiful. Attraction is not loud. It is quiet. It is gentle. It is honest. And when it comes from the heart, you will feel it long before you ever hear it. Thank you for staying with me through this journey. If this touched you, if it made you reflect, then carry that awareness with you. Because understanding someone else's heart begins with learning how to listen to the unspoken. And that is where real connection begins.